Good afternoon, class. This is Carmika Thompson checking in on you all today for our second video discussion post. I would like to discuss the women in the revolutionary time period, and which influential woman that I decided to go with was Miss Phyllis Whatley. And here's a picture of her, and this is what she looks like. She was quite beautiful, if you don't mind me saying. Here's another picture of her. Okay, class, before discussing Miss Phyllis Wheatley, I would like to discuss Miss Betsy Ross, which was one of the first few women that was involved in the American Revolutionary in the time period that had made a successful impact in the world today. And she's mostly prominent for having a hand in the American flag. She was born Elizabeth Grissom and was born on January 1st, 1752 in the colonial city of Philadelphia, and she was the 8th of 17 children. In the summer of 1776 or possibly 1777, Miss Betsy received a call from General George Washington in regards to the design of the American flag of our nation. And during that time, she came up with a basic layout of what the flag should be, and she was quote unquote allegedly known to have been the person to finalize the actual design of the actual flag, as well as the stars and the 5 points. But George Washington considered it to be a 6-point, but I guess that was undisclosed. And basically, she was prominently known for the American flag and as well as the stripes and stars. Like Betsy Ross, Miss Phyllis Wheatley also made an impact in our nation in a great way. She's known to be the first African American poet, and she was born around December 1753, if I'm not mistaken. She was the first published African American female poet born in West Africa. She was sold into slavery at the age of 7 and transported to North America. She was purchased by the Wheatley family of Boston, who taught her how to read and write and encouraged her poetry when she found out that she had a talent in writing. The publication of her poem varies from religious and moral aspects and brought her to fame from both in England and in American colonies. Figures such as George Washington praised her work during his time visiting England with her master's son. The African American poet Jupiter Harmon praised her work on his own standards as well. Wheatley was emancipated after the death of her master John Wheatley, and she married soon after. 2 of her children died as infants after her husband was imprisoned in debt in 1784. Wheatley fell into poverty and died of an illness quickly followed by the death of her surviving infant son. Both women, Miss Betsy Ross and Phyllis Wheatley, had made a great impact in the American Revolution, from starting from nowhere and becoming very prominent in the world today. Miss Phyllis Whatley with her poetry, and Miss Betsy Ross with creating what we know now as our American flag, have marked their place in history, and both women will forever have an everlasting impact for women's rights, and I look up to them. Thank you very much for my discussion post this week, and I hope you enjoy. Have a great day.